Hey, 555ers, Andrew here. Happy New Year. Just stepping outside for a minute. It's a beautiful snowy day outside, and I thought I would show you some small thing that I think I'm getting right in a world that seems like a lot of big things are pretty messed up right now. So in this video, at the beginning of 2021, I'm going to show you my EDC for my keychain. Just a part of my overall everyday carry, but one area that I've had a number of years of having what I would consider unsatisfactory EDC, either too aesthetic, you know, having kind of fancy brass or copper stuff that it really isn't practical, or just being too cheap and not having things that actually work. And so I found I think a nice balance that I'm happy to share with you today. So let's get into it. All right, so simplicity is key, of course, with a keychain EDC, and I would say my philosophy is I really need everything to be able to fit into a jean pocket, and practically speaking, every day I'm usually carrying these in a sports coat, so I needed things to be compact, and I kind of like them to be stackable the way that you're seeing them kind of fit together here. So let's start with the key ring itself. This is a flat key ring. It's a Magkey specifically, and though I don't think they're the highest quality, I have ended up using these micro Nite S binders to attach everything. So they've worked pretty good, and I am the sort of person that doesn't always keep everything on here. If I'm going to lend a flashlight or a multi-tool to someone, then I do not necessarily want to lend them my whole keychain because I might need my keys for work. So let's go left to right. First of all, this is a Jibbon Key Organizer. Jibbon is a company that started about a year ago making key organizers, and I'd say the quality overall has been satisfactory. This is Italian leather. There was like a proprietary keychain attachment piece when I first got this that just fell out, so that was disappointing. And have since replaced with an S binder, which is functionally better than what was there before. The way that it works, I'll show you. You can do everything pretty much one-handed here. I think I'm holding my camera, so let's see if I can do this. But yeah, see, you just pop it off, and they have basically a design screw that you can thread in at the other side of the keychain holder here, and you can just sort of tighten it to the amount that you want, and then it just snaps in on the other side. So again, pretty easy to add and remove keys. You know, the only danger would be if somehow this became unthreaded completely, which it's not very easily able to do because there is kind of a deep, like 2 or 3 keys deep receiving screw here to thread in the proprietary branded screw here. So yeah, overall I've been happy with this. I definitely like having my keys on some kind of key organizer since I'm not using my keys all day. And then I can just kind of snap this on, and they tuck away, and they're one unit, so that's really good. Next up, I have a flashlight that I've been really impressed with, not featured previously on the channel. This is the Nitecore TIP SE, which has been reviewed in a number of other channels and has received good reviews, well liked in the EDC community. I heard about it, I think, from Best Damn EDC, and yeah, it is excellent. So it's kind of an interesting thing Nitecore's done, developing these sort of flat, square keychain EDCs. I think it's an advancement in design for a number of reasons. The number one reason is almost all of the keychain flashlights I've had in the past don't have adequate attachment points to the main keychain, and so they end up falling off or coming apart. Traditional threading doesn't work with a keychain EDC. The top falls off. This has a sort of non-removable battery, and as you can see here, it is chargeable by a full USB-C port. And as an Android user here, that means I have ports practically in every floor of my house and at my work and in my car, and so it's very easy for me to charge this little guy. And it's powerful. The SE tip has a really nice output. It's a 700 max for 15 minutes. But then you can step it down to 180 for an hour and a half. The next step down is 30 lumens for 8 hours, or 1 lumen for 52 hours. And so what I found is that probably once or twice a week I just crank this bad boy up for something that I need to find, like under a bed or in my garage or something where I need something really bright. But most of the time I'm running it at like 30 lumens or 1 lumen, just so, you know, get to my car or get through my garage when it's dark and I don't necessarily want to turn the lights on. As you can see, it has some patina on it. I've used it now for, I would say, about 6 months. This is like an aluminum case and it has held up really well. This is under an ounce, so it adds almost no weight. So that's really remarkable compared to a lot of the fat, stubby EDC keychains of the past that ran like, you know, kind of heavy batteries like CR123 batteries. This thing is crazy light. I'm not a huge fan of the controls. It has a power button here, and then you can change the modes with the other button, which is fine. I don't know why you couldn't just cycle through the modes with the power button. Occasionally I will bump these, mostly when I'm like trying to get into my car and just fiddling with things. I might bump the light and turn it on. It doesn't come on in the pocket. And yes, this is plastic here, so it sort of seems to me like it's going to be hard for this thing to get destroyed. It does have, I think it's IPX57 water resistance, which means like you can basically get it wet and it's going to be fine. So yeah, that's maybe the thing I would recommend out of all of the things on here the most, as probably not something you could find easily at a local store, but would be worth ordering. The Nitecore TIP SE, been very reliable, really a nice keychain flashlight, easily the best keychain flashlight I've ever had, and it seems to be holding up really well. And I do really like that USB charging. Makes a big difference as far as the ease of charging this, which I just throw it on a charger about once a week on my way to work or in the office, and it just taken care of immediately. Okay, up next I have the Gerber Dime, which I've done a whole separate review on, so I'm not going to go through everything here. Yeah, this is still sort of my favorite keychain EDC. I have it on a larger lobster claw here because I pop this thing off a lot when I want to pop a beer bottle, which, you know, in 2020 we were doing more of that, I'd say. But yeah, it has a pliers on it, a knife, it has a special box opener, and then it also has some drivers as well as the scissors. And so for me, this is everything that you need in a multi-tool for your keychain, and it's also I think very lendable. This is like a $20 multi-tool tops, and so even if you like have to give it to your friend or somebody at work, you're not gonna like sweat bullets, you know, giving $100 Leatherman to someone and wondering when it's gonna come back. And not that it's disposable though, because it seems like it's held up really well. I got this all black version just because I didn't want to deal with rust at all. It's that kind of PVD coating on it. You know, it's showing regular wear, but nothing that to me is a problem. And for sure it's helping with rust mitigation on the knife blade and everything else. The knife blade, I'm doing this one-handed obviously, is a sheep's foot, which is a pretty versatile design. It has a nice big belly. It is just, you know, no-name metal, probably some kind of CR120, CR chromoly steel, I don't know what kind. I would love to see a little bit more upscale dime, like say a dime plus with maybe like, I don't know, CPM 154 seal, or heck, make it something fancy, make it CTS XHP or something like that. You know, and that would be nice to get something maybe that isn't all steel and maybe is an aluminum, or lightens in some way. But it is the right size, as you can see next to these keys here, and to the flashlight. It just tucks right in. This is a very usable set of keys for me. It all fits together easily in a pocket for jeans or in a blazer jacket, and it is easily able to kind of be modulated too if I need to add things. If I was living in a different place, I would probably add some kind of pepper spray to this, so that I would always have a small pepper spray thing with me, but I'm in a fairly safe place, and I'm also a CCW permit holder, so I don't need to worry about that most of the time. But overall, yeah, really happy. Simplicity is beautiful here. This is not Instagram fodder EDC. It is real world, working for months, quality stuff that didn't break the bank. All of this could be had for under $100 if you you know, shopped around, and I recommend it. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what is on your keychain EDC. You can count on more EDC videos for 2020. Definitely looking forward to that. And just in general, I have a goal of making a bit more content this year. I'm hoping that 2021 settles down and I'm less preoccupied with a global plague and everything else that we had to deal with in 2020. So here's the 2021. Hope it goes better for all of us. Hope it goes better for you. Please do leave me a thumbs up if you made it this far. And thanks again for supporting 555 Gear, and you guys take care. Guys, just doing some last minute edits on this video, and I just wanted to let you know a couple things real quick. First of all, Jibbon did provide that keychain to me for review. Thank you, Jibbon, for that, but otherwise I was not compensated in any way. And obviously I pointed out one of the main design features of it failed, so I think I was honest about that. And the rest of the gear was all purchased by me, so it is very much an impartial review, and I want to make sure I'm explicit about any of that in the reviews to come. So, alright guys, take care.